Okay, let's get started. If you follow the channel, you know none of my videos are recorded, and I think today is the 16th of September 2025. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Joysent Halo X5 paddle since I got to play with it Monday for 6 games. But first, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping or let you know what's coming up. And I have signed up for the Jill Braverman, Jilly B, aka Jilly B Clinic at the Hub in Silicon Valley. It'll be October 16th, and it'll be a 2 hour clinic. And I decided, okay, I kind of like Jilly B. I like her passion that she puts into it. I've gotten some tips off of her short form videos. So here was an opportunity to meet her and maybe learn a few things. And again, I'm in the skill development mode. So I have a totally open mind right now uh, to tips and ideas. And if you've been following the channel, you know that I've been taking a lot of clinics, as well as Lori has been taking clinics, and we're taking private instruction and we're taking classes and those type of things. So just wanted to point that out. So now let's get on to the paddle. If you have not seen other shorts I put out there, or this unboxing video that I just put up a few moments ago, Joysent reached out to us and asked us if we'd like to try out their paddle. And as we have done with others who have asked us similar things, we say yes, but any thoughts that we share about the product will be our own, and they need to accept that. And I did agree to do an unboxing video, and that video is up. And then I am going to try and capture some video of me using it in play. That gets a little more difficult when you're at the hub. You got to get everybody on the court to agree, if it's competitive play, that they can be video recorded and those type of things. So we'll see how that goes. But definitely Lori and I will be doing some videos with the ball machine to try and share with you a little bit more about the characteristics of the paddle and those type of things. And then I will put in the video description a link to the Joysent webpage where you could get more information about the paddle. You can reach out to them, and if you want to make a purchase, you can make that purchase through this website here. Now, I'm going to go over to the photos here, and we're going to go back, I think, in this direction. So, if you saw the unboxing video, you know this is what you get. You get the paddle, you get the edge guard tape, and you get some lead weight strips to add weight if you like to do that to your paddle. I pretty much play the paddle stock, and I think Lori and I are up over 23 or 24 paddles, which we've purchased over the past 4 or 5 years or so. So when I'm talking about paddles, I'm talking about paddles from my perspective, given my current skill level, and I think I'm 3.5 at best right now. And so you have to keep that into consideration. And again, I also believe that a paddle shot technique, shot execution is clearly more important than the paddle. I do believe, based upon your style of play, one paddle may be a better fit for you than another, based upon where it falls on the spectrum of power versus control, or somewhere in between. So, I think at best a paddle maybe adds 10%, maybe 15. I mean, again, that'll be level specific, but at my current level, I feel that I like a balanced power versus control type paddle. I would clearly put the Halo X5 from Joysent. It's a 16 millimeter in that range, a balanced power versus control, kind of a blend, a nice blend for the style of game that I play. And the style of game I play these days is it's a more controlled, soft game with introducing power when I need to add it, when the opportunity presents itself to put the ball away. I'm still developing my drives from the baseline, but even there I'm shooting for 60 to 70% on my drives as far as the amount of power. So I played Monday. I played 6 games, and here is the paddle. And I don't know if you can see, but you can kind of see where I've been hitting with this paddle. So that's basically 6 games worth of ball dust and court dust on here. You'll notice that it's up higher on the paddle. They consider this a hybrid, elongated. To me, it's an elongated. They call it a hybrid. And it is 8.3 ounces. And so what I want to really talk about is using this paddle. I really had to make very little, if any, adjustment to my game. And where I'm at with my game right now is grip pressure, grip strength is a big part of my game. There's times when I want a really loose grip. There's times when I want a little tighter grip. And then when I'm doing blocking and stuff, I might want the tightest grip. But when I'm doing drop shots, when I'm doing dinking, with my current skill level and my type of gameplay, I'm holding that paddle maybe around a 3 or 4. And I find that is the right grip pressure for those type of shots. When I'm doing a drive, a little bit tighter. And when I'm blocking, again, as I said, probably the tightest, but not a death grip. Now, what I was amazed with this paddle, again, was that I had to make very little, if any, adjustment with this paddle. And this is a $59.99 paddle. The current paddle that I'm using is a $280 paddle. I think my Holbrook was in the $159 range paddle. I could go through all the paddles that I've played with and their price point. This is probably the least expensive paddle that I've played with. And really, right now, just having 6 games, I did take a clinic prior to the gameplay on Monday at the Hub in Silicon Valley, and it was on topspin drop shots. But at this point, I'm going to say that this paddle is big on performance for a small price. Now, I'm going to play with it some more. I got a duper set of games coming up this Friday, and so I'm going to continue to use this paddle to continue to build my thoughts around this paddle. But I was really kind of blown away that I had to make very little adjustments, if any, with this paddle. And now I tend to go with 16 millimeter paddles, so those tend to be a little bit more on the control side, but the paddle that I've been using, the Carbon 2, is it's a true foam type paddle. It doesn't have a honeycomb core, and so that's, I think, 14 because millimeter. But I was just amazed but I knew that this paddle was going to be work for me in my gameplay as a result of the clinic, because it was top spin drop shots. And once I saw how, now my view is putting spin on the ball, shaping the ball, you need to understand the optimum way to brush up that ball to get that top spin going. And so I already had a good handle on how to make that happen, kind of like the windshield wiper approach, just brushing up at the ball. It's not a power thing or anything, it's just low to high, and same on the backhand, low to high. At least that's the way I do it. But in that clinic, when I started doing these drop shots, brushing up the side to send them cross court, and I saw how much I was able to shape the ball with this T700 Carbon Fiber, I really got comfortable that this was going to perform well in gameplay for me, because shaping my shots is an important part of my game now at this level. Earlier I used to hit more flat, but now I'm shaping my shots to try to optimize the chances of the ball not going out. So when I do my roll volleys, either forehand or backhand, counting on being able to get that spin up on that ball to get that ball heading down and staying in the court. So really, it was just a lot of fun. Really didn't need to adjust my grip pressure from my current paddle. So, it was almost seamless. I really can't think of anything. And when I needed the power, like when I had an opportunity, to do a push volley to forehand, to put that ball away in the corner of the court, back towards the baseline, the power was there. These days, I'm not swinging as much as I used to when I was first trying to develop my capabilities. And so as a result, I'm keeping the ball in the court more. And, this paddle, I just did what I would do with my carbon. And, it was almost seamless. Roll volleys, forehand, backhand, again, getting spin up with this paddle, getting spin up on the ball with my current technique was excellent, and that was excellent. On blocking, there was a couple of people that had big drives, and when I was at the no volley zone with this paddle, it did not twist in my hand. So I don't really know what the twist weight is on this paddle specifically, but I found even with a single hand backhand, it was very stable, didn't twist, and so it was really fun in the sense that it wasn't duper games, there was nothing on the line, but I enjoy winning. I play for fun, but I do enjoy winning. I am competitive, and after the first game, well, really after the clinic, and I saw I was able to get spin up real easily, like I would expect, similar to with my carbon. I knew that was going to be a big plus, and then using it in the various positions in the court, this paddle, for drops, some drives, some drips, some roll volleys, some blocks. Even did a few two-handed backhand from the kitchen line. It was seamless. Now, what you're going to get out of a paddle is going to be based upon your current skill level and your ability to execute your shots. But this really performed well, and I'm now I got a little bit of a conundrum here. I've got a $280 Carbon 2 paddle. This was provided to Lori and I at no cost. And again, as I said, we made no commitment to say anything positive about this paddle, which is really cool because there's a lot of positive that I'm feeling right now towards this paddle relative to my game, which is a mix of soft game, drops, some third shot drives, fifth shot drops. My serves are not super big. My returns are high and deep. This really worked for me in the different aspects of my current game. And so I got a little bit of a conundrum. What do I do? Now, one thing I am going to do is I am going to, when I'm down at the hub, I'm going to demo some Yola Gen 4 paddles. I want to see how this paddle compares to maybe like the Scorpius or the Perseus, and try to get a little bit more perspective on the traits of this specific paddle versus some other paddles, and then we'll see what happens from there. But again, for $59.95 or 99, I think. Where are we at here? Yeah, for $59.90. I'm really thinking that if you're new to the game of pickleball, you purchased a paddle to get started, and now you're thinking of upgrading, but you don't want to break the bank. Maybe you're not ready to go into a $280 paddle. I think there's something in the $60 range, let's just call it $60, that might be an excellent choice for you. A paddle that is going to, in my view, perform well. If you have already the technique on how to brush up the ball and shape your shots, get some top spin on it, this might be a paddle you want to take a long, hard look at. $60 can be a lot of money to some, but it's a lot less than $280. Now, there's other nuances, like my Carbon is a true foam core. This is a honeycomb core. Will this become delaminated over time and core crushing and those things? That part I don't know. While the expectation is with the true foam, you won't have core issues. We don't know yet because they haven't been used enough to know if any other type of problems are going to pop up with a true foam core type paddle. But, this paddle was a blast. Now, of course, when you're winning your games and your shot execution is good, when you're where you're supposed to be on the court, when you're supposed to be there, when you're moving up through the transition zone, making it a priority to get to the kitchen line, because that takes away the angles from the people on the other side of the net and gives you, I think, the best opportunity to win the point. Even got into some dinking, and my ability to do both two-handed backhand rolls with this and forehand dink rolls, in addition to push dinks. That adds a lot to why you're winning games. But again, the paddle, I do think the paddle contributes maybe 10 or 15% to your game. If it's a good match, if the characteristics of the paddle is a good match to your game style. So anyway, I don't want to go too long here, but I mean, I've tried a lot of different paddles. The rhombus excited me a lot. The Connor Garnett signature 14 millimeter paddle excited me a lot because of its spin characteristics, given my technique to brush up on a ball. And this one is really exciting me right now, so maybe you can see it. I got a lot more to do with this paddle. Get it out on a drill session, get out working with it with the ball machine, more competitive play. I will probably use it this Friday for the Duper games, where I have a little bit more on the line, because that, I can lose Duper points and those type of things. But, if you're looking for a paddle, you might want to take a look at this one. And then I'm going to compare it to like the Olas and further develop my thoughts. But again, I am not a professional paddle tester. There are people out there that do paddle reviews. They have equipment to do swing weight, twist weight, and all that. All I can do is give you my impressions on how a paddle fits relative to my current skill level and the style of pickleball that I play. And right now I think I'm 3-5 at best, and my style of pickleball is a blend of the soft game and then power when I need it. And this Joysent Halo X5 16 millimeter T700 Carbon Fiber paddle, so far in 6 games, got the job done for me with no mishaps, no real mishits other than my poor execution. It was not the paddle, and those type of things. So I just wanted to further share my thoughts. So if you've used this paddle, why not let me know in the comments, or if you have a particular paddle, or maybe if you're looking to move up in paddles, what are you looking at? And what is important to you in a paddle? Have you got enough knowledge about your game to know if you're looking for more power or more control or a blend, and those type of things? So, all right, well, I think this is getting kind of long, but if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. As always, like, share, and subscribe. As you probably know by now, none of our videos are rehearsed. We just kind of get out there and we just kind of do them, and that's kind of what you get here. And my next step is to be able to record competitive games at the hub, and I'm working to get the right stand for the camera and those type of things, and then you'll start to see some competitive play from the hub in Campbell, the hub of Silicon Valley, hopefully within the next few weeks. Other than that, we'll be out drilling and recording some of those drill sessions as well. All right. Well, thanks again for dropping into the channel. Lori, if she was here, she'd say like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, maybe we'll bump into you on the courts.